Hi everyone, welcome to Mandy Mandarin. This is Mandy. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how do Chinese people celebrate Chinese New Year in Cantonese style. I will explain it in my perfect Chinglish, Mandarin, and Cantonese. Just some basic information. Chinese New Year is the most important festival in Chinese culture. It is the most, not one of the most. And it is on the first day of January on Chinese lunar calendar. So, on 2023, that day will be on January 22. Before the Chinese New Year, we got quite a lot of things to do. For example, shopping. As you can see, there's some Chinese knot, 中国节, and quite a lot of lantern. And they're all in red. Red is the lucky color. If you don't like the traditional lantern, which is usually made of cloth or paper, you can choose this electronic one, which can dance by itself. Next to the lantern, there are some couplets, which is 春联 in Mandarin. And next to it, there's some paper cutting and some fake firecracker and more lantern and more 春联 and more 春联 and paper cutting and some fake electronic firecracker. Because this shop is in Guangzhou, which is a big city, we can't set firecracker in the city because it's kind of loud and dangerous. So these genius manufacturers come up with the idea of making some fake electronic firecrackers. And of course, there's some red pocket where I can put my money in and give away to other people. And so far, all the things you've seen are all in red, and there's some Chinese characters on it, like Fu, which means happiness and luck, or 身体健康, wish you have a healthy body, or 大吉大利, which means great luck. These are some cartoon paper cutting. You can see there's some rabbits. Why? Because this year is gonna be a rabbit year. Rabbit is gonna be on everywhere. Not only paper cutting, red pocket, but also KFC. During the Chinese New Year, every brand will have a special design, and the animal of that year will be on the design. Not only the Chinese brand would do that, international brand will do it as well, like KFC, McDonald's, Starbucks. Why am I talking all about food chain? Okay, besides the lucky things, Cantonese also love to go to flower market too. Because Guangdong province is located in the south part of China, where the weather is not so cold in the winter, so people can grow flower in the winter. Flowers are pretty and the blossoming means good luck. Like this one is called 蝴蝶兰. 蝴蝶 is butterfly because the shape of the flower is like a butterfly, and lan is a type of flower, 兰花. We love to put them in the living room to add up some atmosphere. And these are some 菊花. The 菊 sounds like 吉, which means good luck in Chinese. You might not heard about 菊花, but you might have seen or tried this kind of tea, which you can easily find them in the Chinese tea shop or supermarket. This is my favorite flower tea, but I will never remember how to pronounce it.
Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum.
Now let's enjoy some flowers that I don't even know their Chinese name. But I do know this one. This is 葫芦. 葫芦 sounds like 福禄 in Mandarin, which also means fortune and luck. Here's some teeny tiny apple trees. Yes, these are some real apples. Apples is 苹果, which sounds like 平安 in Chinese. 平安 means safe. These are some lettuce and green onion. Yes, you heard me. Lettuce and green onion, grow them in a flower pot. Lettuce in Cantonese is sang choi. It sounds like sang mang in Cantonese, which means energetic. And green onion is cong. Cong sounds like cong ming in Cantonese, which means smart. But I think it's more like a Guangzhou things. In other city in Guangdong province, I don't see these kind of things. These are some tangerine trees. Tangerine in Cantonese is gat. It sounds exactly like gat, which means luck in Cantonese. Some tangerine trees can be so big and so tall. Yao Qian Shu, money-making trees. See, this name, quite obvious, right? My mom bought some flour, then we are heading to my parents' place. We're leaving the city and heading to the countryside. At first, we want to take the highway, but traffic jam, 22 kilometers, forget about it. So we will just take the regular road. Not so fancy, but still okay. On our way, we can see part of the highway, but today I'm not a fan of it. On our way, there is a square. I can see there's a lady hanging the lanterns on the trees. I am enjoying the mountain view, and I think my cats might enjoying it as well. Oh, this is a cat fur. After hours of traveling, we're finally home, and I think my cat is quite happy. The next day we got home, we hit the road again, and this time we're taking the highway. And this is the highway that I talked about, but this one is not highway. As you can see, there are some windmills on the mountain. There are some wind power stations on the mountain because this is a coastal city, so the wind power is quite strong. Where are we going? We're going to the temple on the mountain, and the temple looks like this. This temple is on the mountain by the sea, and the view is gorgeous. So why are we going to the temple? So here's some feng shui knowledge you should know about. Usually we go to the temple at the beginning of the year to ask for some luck, like wish my business can go well, wish my family are healthy, wish I can find my partner, etc. The end of the year, you go back to the temple again to send your appreciation, even though your dreams didn't come true. Because even though you are not successful in some way, but you might be protected by the God in some ways. So always be grateful. When I'm enjoying the view, I found this man. Is he fishing? What is he doing? It's so cold. This is me, not care about fashion anymore. Look at my hair, my hat, and my pink gloves. The temple in the middle is the main temple. When I'm saying I'm going to the temple, actually I'm going to the temples. And there's different name for the different buildings. Usually the one in the middle is the main temple, and it is usually the biggest one. There are a lot of Buddhism statues in the temple, and you can go inside and send your appreciation. I love the bell on the edge of the roof. This is the sound of the bells. I really love these kind of trees, but they're so expensive and I don't have a yard, so never mind. Now it's time to go home or a coffee shop. On our way home, I found this very cute coffee shop and I decided to go inside and grab a cup of coffee. When I go inside, I saw this garden, which is so relaxing. So I decided to sit down and take a break. But not for long, because I need to go back home to clean. Cleaning the house is one of the most important things before Chinese New Year. You need to clean every inch of your house. Let me give you an example. This is a lamp, so you're gonna clean it. Of course, you will clean here, but that's not enough. Let's get the bolt out and clean the bolt. Every inch of your house. When I was cleaning the house, I found this bear, so I decided to give it to my cat. Because I didn't bring his old bear with him, if you are an adult and if you are going to celebrate Chinese New Year, you will definitely going to talk about some baijiu. Baijiu is a type of strong liquor in China. One of the most fancy baijiu is Mao Tai.
我给你升职了，你什么时候请我喝茅台啊？
But today, I'm not going to talk about Mao Tai because it's too strong for me. So I'm going to introduce you a trendy baijiu drinks in China. My big brothers gave me the whole package. I don't know if is that he wants me to get drunk, but I will not. It's made of juice, more than 30%, and of course some alcohol, more around 50%. It got different flavors like grapes, peach, tangerines, and mixed fruit. It's not so strong like the regular traditional baijiu. I will take a sip whenever I feel like it when I don't have lessons. The shop that I've showed you at the beginning of this video was in the city, and now I'm going to show you the shop in the countryside. As you can see, there's a lot of chunlian, but I think the coolest thing is that these chunlian are all written by this old man who is already more than 80 years old. He is using a big brush to write some calligraphy on the chunlian, which make me so jealous because he can write so well and I can't. There is a shelf next to the old man. After he finished writing the couplets, he will put the new couplets on the shelf and wait until the inks dry out. The Chinese character on the couplets can be so big, or it could be so small. You can also buy some sticker with the picture of some god on it or some dragons on it, then stick it on the wall. Of course, candles are quite important as well. Since we're in the countryside, we can set the real firecracker. So these are the real firecracker. There are different sizes for you to choose. So my mom chose a big one and a small one, and I don't know what that is, but you can burn it. Besides the firecracker, there are some fireworks for adults and for kids. Instead of setting fireworks at night, which I'm so afraid of, I decided to play Chinese chess with my 8 years old nephew, and we're even. So the next day I decided to go to the supermarket to buy some snack without him. This is my tiny little fancy electric cars with 4 seats. For my safety and my camera's safety, I asked my driver to drive me to the supermarket. This is how the supermarkets look like during the Chinese New Year. A lot of red things, a lot of gold things, and this is a money-making tree. A lot of snack package for kids and adults. This is my favorite package, but I'm not gonna buy it today because I forgot to bring my shopping bag. and I don't want to spend 50 cents on a plastic bag. So I put it back and move myself to the other section, junk food section. This is bird egg, and this is some chicken feet with very, very spicy chili. And here is some mushrooms and belly of an ox and lotus, and my favorite, which is bamboo, fresh bamboo, and the other kind of bamboo. And here's some peanuts, which I don't really like. I packed all the snacks that I want and gave the bag to the lady. The lady weighed the snacks for me, and then she told me there's a discount for these snacks. If I buy 60 yuan, I will save 12 yuan. So without hesitation, I rushed back to the snack section, then rushed back to the lady, but I need to wait in line. On my way to the cashier, I saw this big snack package and this Oreo package, which contains 6 different flavors. And this 菊花 flower tea, still, I don't know how to pronounce these words. And some jasmine tea and rose tea. If you don't want the raw flower, you can choose this tea bag. And I saw this mini cola package, which I don't really want it, but my driver insists on it, so let me show you how tiny it is. Let me measure it with my 20 years old ruler and my 7 years old iPhone 7. During Chinese New Year, people likes to buy things in bulk, like they don't cost you anything. So I have to walk through all these people and find my own cashier. All I need to do is scan the code on the package and pay for it. You can pay by QR code, facial recognition, or prepaid cards. But I always choose to pay by the QR code because I didn't activate my facial recognition payment because I don't want my face to be scanned accidentally and then my money's gone. If you're lazy, you can order online, then the supermarket will grab the things for you and then deliver it to you and receive your things on the same day. This is me after shopping, checking the receipt before leaving. I'm using my brain to do the calculation. That's how I practice math. Sometimes I need double confirmed, so I will use the calculator to redo the math. After this, I'm satisfied and going home. There was too much brain work, so I asked my driver to drive again. Then I will sit, relax, and drink my coffee. What a beautiful day until I saw this. Cleaning work never ends. In the end, I would like to introduce 2 words for you if you're going to celebrate Chinese New Year with some Chinese people. So, in Mandarin, it is 新年快乐,恭喜发财, which means Happy New Year, wish you make big money. In Cantonese, it is 新年快樂,恭喜發財. It has the same meaning, Happy New Year, and wish you make big money. Okay, that's all for today's video. It's basically about how do we prepare for the Chinese New Year. Hope you enjoy it. In the next episode, I'm going to show you how do we celebrate on the New Year's Eve and the New Year. I will see you in the next episode.